Innimaayi Bollii is a peaceful village. It is nestled amongst rolling hills and sparkling streams. The houses are small and cozy. They have thatched roofs and window boxes overflowing with flowers. Innimaayi Bollii is home to many animals. Squirrels chatter in the trees, birds sing sweet songs, and, of course, there are cats and rats. The cats are sleek and proud. They strut through the village with their tails held high. They chase butterflies in the gardens. They nap in sunny spots. The rats are small and quick. They scurry through the undergrowth. They live in burrows beneath the houses. They search for scraps of food. Cats and rats are natural enemies. Everyone knew that. Cats chase rats. Rats fear cats. It was the way of things in Innimaayi Bollii. A ripple of shock ran through the cats upon hearing that their leader, a wise and cunning tabby named Gurraacha, has extended an unexpected invitation. A feast with the rats? It was unheard of.
I know this is unusual, but I believe it's time for a change. We've been enemies for too long. Perhaps it's time for peace.
The cats murmured amongst themselves. Some were hesitant, some were curious. Gurraacha announced that he had sent invitations to the rat burrows. He waited for their response. Deep beneath the ground, the rats were in turmoil. They had received the invitation with a mixture of fear and disbelief. A feast with the cats? It seemed like a trap.
We can't trust them. The cats have always sought our downfall. This invitation could be a trap.
The other rats nodded in agreement. But Bisho, the oldest and wisest rat, had a thoughtful look in his eyes.
Perhaps this is a chance for a new beginning, he muttered.
The rats discussed the invitation long into the night. They were afraid, but they were also tired of living in fear. Seeing a glimmer of hope in Gurraacha's invitation, Bisho declared,
We cannot hide forever. If cats mean harm, we must be prepared.
At long last, they reached a decision. They would attend the feast, but they would be cautious. The rats spent the next few days preparing. They chose a group of strong, fast rats to attend the feast. They practiced running and hiding. Each rat dug a small hole in the earth, just large enough to sit in comfortably, and covered it with leaves and twigs.
If the cats show their true intentions, we will be ready. Sit quietly in your holes and do not provoke them.
On the day of the feast, the chosen rats set off towards the old oak tree. They were nervous, their hearts pounding like drums in their chests. They moved through the tall grass, staying hidden from view. This was a big step, and they had to be careful. The grand feast. The clearing beneath the old oak tree was a sight to behold. Lanterns hung from the branches, casting a warm glow. The aroma of fish, cheese, and berries filled the air. The cats had outdone themselves. The table was laden with a feast fit for a king, or, in this case, cats and rats. When the rats arrived, the cats greeted them with cautious curiosity. The rats, in turn, approached with hesitant steps, taking seats in the holes they had dug. The initial moments were filled with awkward silence. Both sides were unsure how to act. But as the night wore on, something magical happened. The cats and rats began to relax. They shared stories. They laughed at each other's jokes. They discovered that they had more in common than they thought. They enjoyed the same food, loved the same games, and cherished the peace of their shared village.
Wow, I didn't know rats could be so funny.
And I had no idea cats could be so kind.
The feast had brought them together in a way no one had imagined. Gurraacha, a twinkle in his eye, shared tales of his adventures chasing butterflies.
And there I was, leaping through the meadow, trying to catch the biggest butterfly I had ever seen.
Bisho, his whiskers twitching with amusement, recounted his daring escapes from the village dogs.
One time, I outsmarted 3 dogs at once. They never saw it coming.
The cats, captivated, listened to the rats' stories of their underground life. The rats, in turn, were fascinated by the cats' tales of hunting and napping in sunbeams. As the moon rose high in the sky, the feast ended. The cats and rats helped each other clear away the remnants of the food. They exchanged goodbyes, promising to meet again. The feast had been a resounding success. The cats and rats had taken a chance on peace. They had chosen to see beyond their differences. And in doing so, they had discovered something wonderful: friendship. The story of the feast spread throughout Innimaayi Bollii. It became a legend, passed down through generations of cats and rats. It served as a reminder that even the most unlikely of friendships could blossom, if only they were given a chance. From that day forward, the cats and rats of Innimaayi Bollii lived together in harmony. They still chased each other, of course. It was in their nature. But now, it was more playful than fearful. The chase was a game, not a battle. The feast beneath the old oak tree remained a cherished tradition, a celebration of the day the cats and rats of Innimaayi Bollii chose friendship over fear. And so, the village of Innimaayi Bollii continued to be a haven of peace, its story a testament to the power of understanding and the possibility of unexpected friendships.